Thank you. So, still got the energy? Yeah? Getting, it seems it's not that strong. So let me try to get it up a bit. Who would like to reach some new customers? Who would like to reach new customers? I still don't see the energy. Who would like to reach new customers? All right, that's more like it. Good. So we've got a special offer for you. For anyone that hasn't used Google AdWords, advertising, for the past 45 days, can I see a show of hands? Who hasn't used it for the past 45 days in their business? All right. Google is going to provide you with a very special offer because you are here today. And I'd like you, if you're interested, we already had the question in the survey, but you could leave your name with Sally outside. So what Google has provided is for all of you who would like to set up an online advertising campaign targeting specific customer segment you're going after, they will assign someone from Google to be with you to develop the campaign, because it's not an easy task. I'm sure the digital marketing experts would say it's not easy. So they would help in setting up the campaign, and you put 100 dirhams, they will give you 300 dirhams on top of it for free. So between the consulting services and the dirhams, a couple of thousand dirhams that they're going to offer you, and you try it out for a period of time, and you see the results. If you're happy, you continue, and then you've already got a campaign set up in a very professional way by Google, of course, the best people to do it. Is that interesting? So for anyone who is interested, just leave your name with Sally, and we'll make sure that we pass it on to the Google team, and you'll get contacted by them to set up your account. So I hope that gives a little bit of energy jolt. We're at the end, and we're a little bit late, so I'm going to be quite quick in this. And I really need your interaction and your engagement so that we can move quicker. Next generation of business. So cloud is an example of this evolving landscape. The internet, so much happening, so much going on. The business world is changing a lot. And there are many, many elements to it. So we're going to address the changing business landscape from an aspect of your ecosystem, your business ecosystem. As you look at your business ecosystem, and you've got usually all of these kind of entities around you, right, in your business, who do you consider as a partner in this ecosystem? Shareholders? Yeah, possibly? Clients? Clients? Great. So clients, partners. This is good. And it's not that common where you find that businesses really treat their clients as partners. A lot of them talk about it, but very few actually treat their clients as partners. But that's true. Clients are partners. Government. Government could be your partner. That's also quite interesting. Investors, shareholders, yeah? Employees as well? Good. Employees as partners. So basically, everyone should be a partner in this ecosystem. And we're going to show you why. You should create partnerships with all of that ecosystem. So 10 key partnerships. I want you to keep count of them because we're going to move very fast into these different partnerships. The media. I didn't hear anyone talk about the media being partners. But is it good to have the media as partners? What do they do for you? Advertise on your behalf. Right? So you save a lot of money if you are able to bring them in as partners. The media's job is to tell great stories. Help them do that. Give them a great story to talk about. We've got a lot of great stories coming out. And every time there's a good new story, it gets covered. But it needs to be something unique and something different. What is your great story? What is your story? Can someone tell me a great story? What are you doing that is different? That is worthy of the press to come and talk about you? Who would tell me something? Give me a story. Huh? The people are shy. Okay, so you're not shy. Tell me, what's your story? Huh? You proved you're not shy. What is your great story that you'd like the media to talk about?
I was a student in Syria and I had a company, small company, and then I expand my vision to do my business on all Arab world. So I expand my business to MENA region, and finally I have partners like Dubai government are my partners.
So this is good. So this
and
is where you
media already talked about me.
Good. So you're an example of one of the partnerships with the government side. It's good to have the government as your partner. So what is your great story? What are you doing that is different? And even in traditional businesses that don't have any really major flair to it, you can come up with a great story. If you're in a construction business, you can talk about how much you're reducing waste, how you're using green best practices. So there are many, in any business that you're in, you've got to find that angle that is of interest to people. If I'm just providing products that are exactly the same as everyone else, doing exactly the same kind of thing, no one's interested to talk about it. So build a story. This is your to-do list. Develop a great story. Engage the media. Let them know what you're doing. Bring them on board, round tables, discussions, and share with them your successes. Accomplish what you've accomplished. A lot of the times we see businesses do some really great stuff but no one knows about it. They don't tell people about it. They don't engage the media. They don't bring, invite them over. No one knows about it. And this is really a pity because we need more and more of the great stories that you're all doing and that you could do even more of. So what it helps you with is that it gives you more exposure, less advertising, and a lot more credibility. If the media is talking about you, it gives a lot of credibility. Did you come up in the media? You got covered pretty well, I know from this case. So absolutely, it gives immediate credibility. So the media is a partner in the next generation of business, and you've got to keep on thinking about how to engage them, how to get them more and more involved in it. So clients, the gentleman at the back was talking about clients. Very, very important partner in the next generation of business. And only recently have really clients or have businesses brought in their clients and helped them bring and develop their business. If you can bring in your clients and let them contribute to your business growth, it's going to have a huge impact on you. And you can do that by bringing them in as partners, by letting them feel that they are part of your business, they are helping in your success, and by listening to them really well. Successful companies are those that integrate the clients into their business. You know, Instagram. Who uses Instagram? Okay, good. A lot of people. It got bought for $1 billion by Facebook. You know how many employees Instagram had? Much less. No, it was more than that. They had about, at the time of the merger, they had about 30 employees. So how much is that per head? How much is every employee worth? Pretty good, huh? 30 million or something? But is that a good investment for Facebook to go and buy $1 billion, or pay $1 billion for this company to get 30 employees? Why is it good? So what did Instagram have? Clients, the users. They had actually 30 million users at the time. And if you calculate the investment that Facebook paid per user, it was one of the lowest investments that any of the businesses have made. So today's world is all about integrating users into what you're doing. This is, of course, the success of Facebook is a result of this integration, of how they've integrated the clients into their business. And a lot of the internet, businesses today are all about integrating their clients into their businesses. YouTube is another example. So how are you integrating your clients into your businesses? Again, even if you're not in the internet space and you're not just depending on crowds to build your content, etc., you could still integrate your clients into your business. How many times do you go to your clients and just listen to them? You saw what Tisalat was doing today. They were listening to you. Tell us what you want. This is what real, true business is all about. It's about listening well to your clients. And you need to do that. You need to engage them, allow them to collaborate, listen to them well. And the benefits are much more loyalty, much more sales, and a lot of referrals. So that's another key partnership in the next generation of business. Suppliers. I didn't hear anyone talk about suppliers being partners. A lot of the time, suppliers are treated as vendors, right? We treat our suppliers sometimes as vendors, and a lot of clients treat us as vendors. Vendors mean that if someone else comes with a better price, I'll ignore you, I'll go with them. But true relationships, true supplier relationships need to be turned into partnerships, not just suppliers. Because it's true you could get maybe a better price from someone, but if you can forge a strong partnership with your supplier, the impact would be tremendous. So you show the example of the Aramex case study that came earlier on. The company was Glambox, focuses on its core competence. It outsourced the headache of logistics, etc. to Aramex. It treated Aramex as a partner, and that helped in its growth. Because Aramex knows what it does pretty well, and that company can know what to do and focus on its core competence. So suppliers are key partners. You need to engage and focus on core competence that you have and outsource the rest. Outsource your telecom to Itisalat. You saw on the cloud different kind of activities that they talked about, and how, again, they could help take away the headache of IT. And this is happening all over. There's so many things that you can offload so that you focus on your core competence, because there's not enough time to do all of the other things. The world is a changing place. It's changed. There's so much pressure, there's so much lack of time, which we all face, right? So we don't have time except to focus on our core competence, and we really need to depend on partners to come up with the rest. One great tip and idea I will give you is to take the example of what Chrysler did. Invite your suppliers, starting tomorrow, this week, go and call up your suppliers and tell them, I want you to come in and I want you to tell me, how can we improve our relationship? What can we do to get a better output from this relationship? And this is an example where Chrysler was able to generate, just by doing this, 5,300 improvement ideas, resulting in over $1.7 billion of savings. Just because they listened to their suppliers and they brought them in as partners. So do you treat your suppliers as partners? Yeah? Great. That is really the way. That's a key element of the next generation of business. That's a key element to help you move to the next level. So listen to them, let them suggest improvements, and the results, benefits would be greater savings, more efficiency, and more innovation, because they're able to also innovate in their area to help you. So suppliers are key partners in the next generation business. Is anyone keeping count? We had said 10. How are we now? 4? Right, government. So we're talking about governments being partners. It's a strange one. We always think that governments are, the entities that we can't really work with. They're bureaucratic, you can't do much with them. And in a lot of the times it's true. But we got to try to find ways in which we can find ways to partner with them. Where are they focusing? What is their, area of focus? They control so much, so we can't afford not to be aligned. We can't afford not to be, working with them. And you see, Dubai has been very, very successful in reaching out and attracting businesses. But all over the world, you see this happening, where governments are trying to attract businesses and tell them, come and open with us because we are going to support you. So when you are looking at either working here, expanding to new markets, expanding to new free zones, wherever it is, you really need to find who would be the best partner that you can align with from the government. Which entities, the government entity that can support you most on your drive, on your growth path. And again, in Dubai specifically, there are so many options for this, so it's really much easier than other markets. So communicate with them, communicate with your partners, stay up to date, listen to what's going on, listen to what is their vision, where are they going. Each of the regions, especially in the Gulf region, you see each of these government entities have got their 2020 or 2030 visions, which is clearly set out in terms of identifying their priorities. How are you aligned to those priorities? Because the more you're going to be aligned, the more you're going to have, better business and better impact. So benefits, better preparedness, more effective and more support from the government itself. So governments are essential partners in next generation business. Channels, that's a logical one. If you are working in an indirect model where you have channels to reach your clients, definitely you need to treat them as your partners, because they are your extended sales teams and support teams. So the more you can engage them and involve them, the better. If you're a manufacturer, most of your business, if all of your business comes from channels. And if you're in many other industries, it's the same. So are you making use of that channel model? In your business, have you thought about a channel model if you're not already using it? And does it apply? Can you make use of it? But the key thing with channels is that you got to develop them, you got to invest time with them, you got to listen to them, and you got to reward them. You got to handhold them and get them the business so that they are engaged, so that they are committed. Especially in the beginning, until you start to see traction. Don't expect them to go and do it on their own. But if you do this well, you get much more engagement, much more sales, and again more innovation, because they are also close to the customers and are able to spot where the opportunities are. So channels are partners in next generation of business. Shareholders, an obvious one. Obvious, however, we find a lot of businesses don't engage their shareholders as much as they could. They don't capitalize on the strengths of the shareholders. So make sure you're engaging them. Make sure that you're letting them know about your plans and align as much as you can to their goals. So Aramex and Abraj are a great example of this. Abraj invested in Aramex, and Abraj is looking at growth. Aramex was looking at growth, and you can see now Aramex is all over emerging markets. We recently were in South Africa. Aramex was there. They just bought the second biggest courier company in South Africa. And they're doing all of this because they're very well aligned to the strategies of Abraj that invested in them. But even if you've got angel investors or you've got some just friends and family that have invested in your business, try to engage them and see where are their strengths. Every one of these would have some strengths. So communicate regularly with them, get them involved in opportunities, and the benefits are they'll be more engaged, they'll be more reasonable in expectations when it comes to how much profit you're going to, or what is happening in the economic situation, and you're definitely going to get more support from them. Society, is that an important one? Yeah? So we're seeing more and more awareness in terms of giving back to the society across businesses. Again, the involvement of our partners here, a lot of it has to do with giving back. Etisalat is sponsoring the program because it wants to give back to the society. Same with the others, Aramex, Google and the others. Because we all need to think about the society. What are you doing to impact everyone around you? The society is going to provide you with your future employees, it's going to provide you with the right environment. So we all have a responsibility to develop it. And like we said, it's getting better in terms of awareness. But how are you contributing? Do you have a plan of contribution to the society? Are you engaged in volunteering work? Are you engaged in activities? The more you can integrate your social activities to your business, the better it is as well. Professor Michael Porter talks a lot about this these days, that businesses need to have this social element as part of their DNA. Not just from a charity perspective or giving back, but also as part of growth, because this is we all expect from businesses today. So give back, conserve, educate, and you're going to get more promotions and more loyalty. So it's not just, it will definitely give back rewards to you as well. So the society is a key partner in the next generation of business. Alliances. So we all provide a certain element of things. We're focusing on our core competence, but the more we can provide a bigger value add to our clients, the easier it would be for our clients. So alliances become very important in creating these really good partnerships, because with them we're able to provide an easier solution to our clients. So try to engage them. What are your strategic alliances? Have you clearly defined your strategic alliances? Has anyone seen or has worked with the business model canvas? Anyone heard about it? Yeah? Okay, great. So business model canvas is a really great tool to help put all of these business building blocks together. And one of the things that they focus on is what are those key partnerships and alliances that you need to do that are essential for you to deliver your value add to your target customers. So clearly define that and be able to make you the most out of it. So employees, wherever we go, we hear, what's the most important asset? Employees, talent, we need to keep them happy. But do a lot of companies do that? Do we let our employees feel that they are really partners? Alright, so this is a big weakness all across. We talk a lot about it, but it doesn't mean that we always apply it. Is there a lack of business ideas out there? How many ideas come to your mind on a daily basis, on an hourly basis? All of us. Business ideas floating all around. Is there a lack of them? Is there a lack of money? There's plenty of money. There's plenty of money for the right business ideas with the right team. Did I hear team? Absolutely. What is missing is the talent. The people that make it happen. Ideas are not missing. Money isn't missing. It's talent. And the war for talent is getting stronger and stronger all over. It has, nations used to fight over land, now they fight over talent. Because the future is for knowledge-based economies. Knowledge-based economies depend on talent. And our businesses depend on talent. So the more we can integrate our employees, consider them as partners, involve them in the company, let them really feel that they are the most important asset, the more we'll get out of them. So Google is a great company who's done this very well. And a lot of the innovations you see coming in from Google have been a result of this drive to let their employees feel part of Google, that they own Google. So they spend 20% of their time working on pet projects, and a lot of the crazy developments that have come out of Google outside of the search business have come out of this exercise. So you talk to any Googler, you'll find that they're so passionate about their business, even the ex-Googlers who have left Google. And it's all because of this. So how do you treat your employees? Do you treat them as partners? Develop them. Empower them. Listen to them. Reward them. And that's where you get more engaged employees, more passionate employees, and less turnover. A lot of the times when we work with small businesses, we hear the phrase, I don't want to go and develop and invest in my people because they're going to leave me. Well, you shouldn't be at that stage. You shouldn't have such high turnover if you're really providing the right kind of environment for your people. So, employees are partners in the next generation of business. How many are we so far? 9. Okay, so the last one. Are we 9 or 10? I think we've reached 10. What about this one? Competitors. How can we consider competitors? Partners? How come? Partners in crime? They make you work harder. Absolutely. They make you innovate. Any market that doesn't have competitors is a dull market. Competition is a great tool for innovation. So even competitors can be considered your partners in innovation. So what does this mean for your business? So it's not rocket science what we're saying, and as you can see, all of you know that you need to develop these partnerships, but are you doing it? The key thing I want to leave you with is think about any new relationship that you have with a client, with a supplier, with employees, with whoever, and think of it, is this kind of relationship that can grow into a partnership or not? And this is very critical when it comes to clients as well. Because a lot of the times we go after business where we find business. But if you do business with clients that don't really treat you as partners, on the long run it's a loss-making business. Because they're going to always be focusing on what? Price, right? Who said that? Absolutely. And you can't run a business if you're just giving discounts. So build partnerships all across your ecosystem and master those 10 partnerships. So I'm going to leave you with this framework, and I hope that's been helpful, and I hope to see a lot of new partnerships form between you and your ecosystem. Thank you very much.